Hello, welcome back to the couch. We saved you a seat. My name is Luke.
And I'm Emily. Welcome back. We've finished all of Court of Thorns and Roses. And now we're here to talk about the book in its entirety.
Yes.
Do you have thoughts, Luke?
Well, here's the deal. This was my first time ever reading a romantasy novel. You caught me thinking about saying smuttasy, but a romantasy novel. And Emily here reads all sorts of these sorts of books and is the smut oracle, as we so plainly and funly talk about it. So if you've been following along, you can buy the book in the description of this video. You can also join the membership. They both support the channel. Membership's $2 a month, and you might get a few things early. We might try to set up more things, maybe, you get to see this the night before. But we're going to be doing this. It's going to be fun. We're going to go over the characters. We're going to have fun with this book because, this book is fun as... it's fun as fuck. I'm just going to say it's fun as fuck. Honestly. It's written for people like me. And who are people like me? Well, I'll tell you.
Tell us, Luke. Who are people like you?
I'm quite a bit extra. I like other people who are operating in that field as well. Mm-hmm. And this book is only extra. Mm-hmm. I think that's the best critique that I can give. Not a negative critique. A positive one.
A positive review.
It's the least extra things that happen are in chapter 2. Mm-hmm. And the rest of it is just extra. I wouldn't call it a drama per se, like a soap opera. It doesn't feel like a soap opera. It reads like a romantic adventure story.
Yes, that's what it is. It's a rousing good time.
Okay, so let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't quite believe the love story, by the way.
Okay.
I'm still a little bit out on it, personally. Because after going through it, and like you said, we've done maybe 12, 13 videos on the chapter by chapter reaction review. After that, I like Tamlin less and less as the days progress. And I finished this book this weekend, so a couple of days ago. I like Tamlin less. And is that as someone who's into the universe and knows the people who read this stuff more, is that pretty normal?
I guess it just kind of depends on what you like. I mean, there are tropes. There's all kinds of different male main character archetypes, I guess we would say. And then it just kind of depends on what you like best. This is a very classic. I mean, it's a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. So if you like that, gruff golden boy to cursed man to back to golden boy kind of thing, then this is for you for sure.
Yeah, I just didn't I didn't feel like Tamlin was heroic.
Tell me more.
He did do some heroic things. He saved her from the Naga. He protected his land with pride, dignity, and thoughtfulness, and in different ways. But it didn't feel like he was overcoming obstacles in order to become successful. I got that more actually from Rhysand, which is wild. Rhysand was like, no, I'm going to be thoughtful about what I'm doing and put people in a position to best help me. There's a heroic idealism in that. Tamlin was just like, I hope she wins.
I hope she doesn't die. I think she's gonna.
She's just a human, and we're as fragile as a wet paper bag. I didn't get it. I didn't get that level of heroism. His cause didn't seem so noble. By the time we get to the end, and you realize that he's lied to her, and I had to because why? And then there's all these other I hope we get more of Tamlin around High Fae being a dog, being just an absolute weapon, because we didn't get that from him.
Yeah, he's almost feels like a little cuckolded in this book. And I okay, there are some girls who go out and have Tamlin tattoos after reading this book. There's a woman who tattooed Tamlin's name on her leg after reading this book. So it is absolutely for some people. Absolutely for it.
Bold choice. I love people who make bold choices. Bold choice.
Bold choice.
If you could be bold, be bold. That's what I always say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So some people are like all in, absolutely love it. And then like for me, I will say I take a little bit of issue with the fact that Tamlin kind of sits on his ass the whole time.
Yes.
Just
yes.
It's kind of hard for me to be like, ooh, he's so great and sexy when like, okay, once he got under the mountain, he was like, I mean, I was going to say he was like a worm, but not even, because the worm that she killed did more than Tamlin.
No. I mean, look, he quit. When he sent her off, he quit.
He gave up.
He quit. And he quits from there to the end. Like he quit.
Yeah.
Like he sees her and he acknowledges her to some extent in order, and he has to in some way because he's got to protect her. But yeah, he there's zero. I don't think he believed in her at all. It was I don't know. He was like, oh,
he seemed very, very resigned to the fate and pretty okay with just whatever happens.
Also, and I hate to bash sexuality, but it's a total dude thing to do that. It is a total like guy thing to, well, this is our situation, we're just gonna have to deal with it, rather than, and I don't mean guy, I mean dude, like the character of a dude. It's a totally, well,
it's a more masculine trait, maybe you're saying.
No, I mean like a dude, whomever a dude is, whatever a dude is. A dude could be a woman. It's just very much that caricature of like, well, I live in a trailer, or well, this is my wife now. Like the idea of change is too scary. The idea of overcoming this obstacle sounds too difficult. And the obstacle, hilariously difficult that he was trying to overcome, that she was trying to overcome. But that leads me to her. I was so unbelievably annoyed by her in the chapter 2, 5 through maybe 10, and then she started winning me over.
Yeah.
The Naga chapter was cool too, by the way. We talked about it. We gushed about, oh yeah, she ran half a mile being chased by creatures that were like snarling at the mouth too. You know what I mean? And she killed 2 of them.
And you taught me something. You taught me what kiting was. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Kiting's awesome. It's a cool technique. It's it's like playing hard to get. But that's a cool. I mean, she just annoyed me, and I think she's kind of supposed to.
Yeah,
in some ways.
I mean, she annoyed the first read through. She was not that annoying to me. I think it was because I cared more about the world. I really liked the world. I think Sarah does such a good job, like world building. And all of the supporting characters were so cool. Like my man Lucian is like the bestie that I wish I had.
Yeah.
So I think because the characters in the world was so good on the first read through, I didn't care that she annoyed me because I just was happy to be there. But on the reread, this is the first reread I did with my own eyeballs. I have read it, listened to the audiobook, listened to the graphic audio of it, and talked about it ad nauseum with friends. Yeah, but first reread that I did with my own eyeballs, and on this reread, she was so annoying. Dude. Basically, and through chapter 15 for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty common. I've talked to 2 other people who have read this book, both female, and they feel the same way. They feel the same way as I do. But what I'll say is, there are so many cool redeeming moments within those chapters that it keeps you in. It keeps you locked in. Those moments being the Naga scene, the scene in scene 4 or chapter 4 when she protects her family, the escaping to the fire festival, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Her dealing with Lucian and being catty and being at
Sassy
this
banter.
level. Loved it. I
Love a
loved it.
sassy banter moment. Yes, absolutely.
And her relationship with Alice is beautiful, and so that kept me engaged too. But the moments with Tamlin, she was second guessing herself or whatever. It's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
However, like I
so
said, I overall
know.
high grade. By the way, I feel great about this book. I'm literally just cutting it at the places that I know I can cut it. I think it's great.
I don't know how you feel about like how you do things. So do you have like a system, or whenever you're rating books and when you finish something and you're like, oh, that was like, 5 stars. How like, do you have a system in place? I do. So I'm happy to share mine. But I want to know like what you thought, like how you normally go about thinking through rating.
Good question. So I've never read enough books to have a rating system, to be frank with you. I know the books I don't like, and it's only a few. We've talked about them before, The Hobbit being one of them. The third book in the Murderbot Diary series is kind of bad. It's okay, but outside of that, I don't have enough books read. So what is your system?
So I should say it's not my system. It's a system that I straight up stole from a loving friend of mine. Shout out Liz.
Shout out Liz.
Shout out Liz. We have, she is a wonderful person who owns a bookstore. So she's so cool and awesome, reads a lot. And so she's trying to like find a more methodical way to rate books, with the ultimate hope to be able to cut down on the amount of 3-star less books.
Okay.
So I hopped on her train, absolutely stole her system. And which is great because now when we read the same books, we can compare, and not only just compare overall ratings, but where it fell short. Okay. So her system every book begins with a 3. And then there are categories where you can earn a half a star. And then there are categories where you lose half stars as well. So I like to just go through and say, all right, here's the box. Does it check this box for me or not? Does it have this or not? So for you, for ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses, book 1, did you find this book engaging?
Yes.
Would you give it extra credit for character love? Meaning like a character that you thought was badass, that you loved, that you would want to read about again?
Yes.
Okay. What about world building? Do you give her a check for world building or no?
Yes.
All the feels. Did this book make you feel something? It's okay if it doesn't.
It made me feel something passionate about the sex scenes. So yeah, I thought those were awesome and hilarious because I'd never read a sex scene before.
Right on. I can't wait for you to read the 5th book. Okay. What about the depth and care of the side characters? So in books, like it can't just be about 1 to 2 people. How much care and depth did you find in the people that were not just Feyre and Tamlin?
I mean, Alice is pretty deep. Lucian could have used some help. Reese could have used some help, and the sisters could have used some help. I don't know about that. Probably not as much as I wish there had been.
Okay. Creative or unique?
Nah, not really. Creative or unique.
Okay, if you don't.
There were moments that surprised me, but I also don't read a ton of books, so.
It's okay. Also, it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, so, it's fine.
Yeah.
Writing quality. Would you give it a check mark for writing quality?
Absolutely.
Would you give it a check mark for entertainment?
Yeah.
Would you give it a check mark for needing to know how it ends?
Yeah.
Would you give it a check mark for we'll read this again?
Yeah, I'll probably look back at it again. I probably, to be frank with you, I'd probably listen to it on an audiobook.
It's really cool. The graphic audio is great.
Yeah.
They like cast it like a movie, so that's cool. Okay, now for the negatives.
Okay.
Did you have any issues with the following things? Did you find it repetitive in any way?
Yeah.
I could not. I'm like, please stop complaining about your damn family.
Please stop. Jesus Christ.
Yep. Did you find any moments where there was just like unearned plot?
Yeah.
Okay. Any ick factor moments where you were like, ugh, I don't want to read that word?
No.
Okay, great. Any issues where there was like no growth or no redemption of characters?
No.
Anything way too unbelievable or far too predictable?
No.
Okay. Did you have any like language issues or character issues?
No.
Okay. Pacing?
No issues with pacing.
Okay. Would you say this book was forgettable?
No.
And would you say this book had a bad ending?
No.
Okay. Well, then, based on the rating system, you would have scored this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars.
That's about what I was thinking. That's about what I was thinking. On my way back to the gym, I was thinking like 7.5 to 8.5. So, yeah, that's about what I was thinking. Because
so out of a 5-star, you got 4.5.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. The people that I've talked to about this book, I could only say positive things also. So I don't know if that plays into your rating system, but the stuff that I was like critical of was, slight minute things. I will tell you that a friend of ours, Aaron, and I shouldn't have said his name. It doesn't matter. We used to have a conversation way back in the day. Way back in the day. Does this content, and it was like movies and TV, how is it better or worse when you're intoxicated or hanging out upstairs? Elevated mindsets and whatnot. Quick story, went through a breakup. Aaron and I were like, hey, let's just hang out every day until we kind of get you through this, and then we'll watch movies and not be sober. And I said, great,
Right.
let's do it. And so we watched Game of Thrones or whatever. But the very first day I was like, let's watch some goofy movie. I don't remember what it was. And he was like, I'm not wasting this on a bad movie. Our friend Aaron does film editing. He's pretty critical, not critical, but he's very thoughtful about what he watches. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, I'll show you. And so we watched said movie, and it was awful. And it made the mindset made the movie worse in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, all right, now let's watch this movie, which was a critically acclaimed, great story. And I was like, oh my God, I'm locked in. What is happening? He was like, yeah, you don't waste an intoxicated moment, a high moment. You don't waste it on bad content. And I was like, cool. So what I'll say is this would be better elevated, intoxicated, I think. So that's the praise I'll give it, is that I think it'd be better. There's so many times I've watched movies or TV where I'm like, okay, I'll just hang out, and watch this and see if I like it. And I turn it off after 15 minutes because I can't. It's just so dumb. This isn't that dumb. There are moments, by the way, in the book where I'm like, okay, that's dumb. But for the most part, like you said, about 90% of it, I was like, oh, I would like this even better if I was,
And what I'll say about that is, like, yes, there are definite moments where I get annoyed and I get frustrated, but I love that because it's basically like taking you on a journey with it. Like, you are not supposed to just sit and like not be uncomfortable at any point, in my opinion. Like, if something's really good, you need to be a part of it. Like, it needs to become like a journey of yours as well. And so, yeah, I feel like it's totally fair to be frustrated or aggravated at different parts or with certain people or whatever. Because if you just were like happy and satisfied the entire time, the payoff's not going to be worth it for you. It's
Right.
just going to be like okay, yeah, forgettable. I watched that, fine, or I read that, fine. But when you're in it with them, then the highs are higher.
There are 2 parts of the book that I didn't that are like, if we're talking about specific moments that took me out
Mhm.
of the story. It's we talked about this ad nauseum, but the fairies do lie, actually.
Mm.
Like, we've created this entire story, and we've created this entire rule of the universe that this is the case, and then they just like haphazardly say, "Oh yeah, no, that was a complete fib. Like, we just said that to them so they'd agree to what we wanted." It's like,
Mhm.
okay, well, sure. Is there any payoff for this? No, there's no payoff for it, because at no point in the future do you find out they've lied to him. They lied to
Mhm.
her. So they
Mhm.
go about saying, "Hey, we can actually lie. We lie all the time," and then they continue to not lie to her. So what was the point? Um,
Right.
they mislead her, and they leave information out intentionally,
Mhm.
which is
Mhm.
part of the plot with the curse and everything. But
Right.
yeah, let's talk about my favorite character, Amarantha.
Amarantha.
Amarantha, the greatest ex-girlfriend in fiction. Um,
My super
what
ex-girlfriend.
She's so awesome. She's so awesome. And we talked about Feyre, that anime about someone who's lived for 1,000 years and dealing with humanity and what that's like, and the wisdom, institutional knowledge, and how she treats people well and good with that information. Amarantha, the exact opposite. Like, petty to the nth degree, just willing to burn the entire place down for nothing, doesn't
Mhm.
give a damn about anybody,
Mhm.
is cunning, thoughtful, just the absolute best worst girlfriend of all ex-girlfriend of all time.
Mhm.
Um, I was glued to every moment she was on a page.
Mhm.
And it stinks, to be frank with you, because Lucian and Thalen were so afraid. Like, you could kind of tell. And then you
Yeah.
get to the scenes with it, and you're just, I don't want her to leave. I want her to stay forever. Like, I want this chick. I love this villain. And we talked about early on in her, after she was unveiled. We spoke about, like, is she an in-game boss? Is she the final boss of the books, or is she? And I was like, no, of course not. She's the first raid. She's the first villain. It's okay, like, whatever. Um, and so I loved her. I love that she wasn't like crazy hot.
Mhm.
Like, Feyre went out of her way to say, like, she's not stunning, but she's pretty attractive. And
Like
so when
she's attractive, but she's scary. So
yeah,
it
like,
makes it like a little less attractive because you can see the crazy in her eyes.
when we shoot this fan casting thing, I can't wait to show you who I think Amarantha could be, because we had talked about that one before, but maybe not her. I thought about this, maybe not her. But
Oh, okay.
I love Amarantha.
Sold on who we talked about. So
Well, yeah, no
yeah.
doubt. But um, the other one is Reese. Reese is awesome. Reese says the thing that you're not supposed to say.
Mhm. Yeah. He just doesn't give a fuck.
He just doesn't give a fuck, and I love that he's untouchable.
Mm.
Um, I was Did Amarantha ever punish him for just acting out whenever he wanted to?
Not that we saw. I mean, we know that she did, and that like she made him serve him sexually.
Yeah, sexual abuse is horrible. Like, let's not
Yeah,
get past that. But in
yeah.
front of people.
Not, I don't think so in front of people, because he's kind of like her, like almost like her guard dog or her like enforcer type situation. Um, Now she did beat the shit out of him after the third trial when he tried to stand up against her.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah,
that could have been anybody. I mean, any
yeah,
one of them stood up against her,
right,
she'd have just dunked on him.
correct,
But
correct. No, I don't think she really, but he also, like, I mean, he aligned himself well, I think. Like, I mean, if you're dealing with, let's think about it in a rational, logical way. You got 7 rulers, 7 people with immense power, all of which have been trapped and tricked into losing all of that power. This one woman holds all of their powers. If you were like an attractive dude, wouldn't you be like, hi, I'm incredibly attractive and I would like some freedom?
I mean,
Would you like?
Feyre goes out of her way to tell us that he's the most attractive thing she's ever seen.
The most beautiful man I have ever seen.
Yeah. And I think that's to the end. The truth. Her truth. Yeah.
Now, to be fair, she hadn't seen Timmy Tam without his mask on. And when he doesn't have his mask on, she's like, oh, there he is. He looks exactly like I thought he would. Like, so she's still pleased with what she has.
No doubt. I don't think she's displeased. I just think, like, going back to Amarantha, she's like, it's like, yeah, of course. He's like the most attractive thing that walks into every room. What I will say is it would be interesting to hook up with a person who has mind powers.
What did you say? Did you say my powers or did you say mind powers? Okay.
Mind powers. It will be interesting to hook up with somebody who has mind powers. Like, what a thought.
I mean, what movie was that? Oh, it's an old movie. What Women Want with Mel Gibson. Do you remember that? When all of a sudden he can read women's thoughts. And he uses that to not for good purposes for a while.
Yeah. Like
there's some very good purposes depending on how you feel about it.
I imagine old Reese can, he can flip a quarter and hit heads every time. I mean, he's not missing it. You know what I'm talking about? He's hitting it right on the money every time. Anyway, we've gabbled on a lot about the characters. Another thing I didn't like. Obviously, we talked about this last. I didn't like that she's now high fae. But whatever. You know what? Make the story better, or not make the story better. But as long as it makes sense, it makes sense. It doesn't matter to me. But it's just one of those things. And
one of my favorite things about this series, like the community, the fans are so committed and loyal to the series, and they make some really hilarious content. And so a couple of the things that they have done that I adore are the memes. And there's a really wonderful meme for this book. Do you remember the cartoon TV show Arthur, like for little kids?
Yeah.
Remember that?
I do.
So there's one point where like Arthur goes to his room and he like shuts the door and it says, keep out, no little sisters or whatever. And the little sister is there. So they take that meme and the door is shut and it says like, under the mountain, do not enter. And then it's labeled the little sister as Feyre. And it says, that sign's not going to stop me because I can't read.
Maybe my favorite part of the book, actually, is that Feyre can't fucking read. That's a great meme.
That sign's not going to stop me because I can't read.
God, she not being able to read is hilarious. It says, bitch, I'm from the country. What do you expect? I tried to hunt my meals. Why do you think I'm even here? I killed that wolf, okay? God, it's so funny. Bitch, I can't read.
I really hope that sticks around. I know there's some couple more like things that I think we could lend that to, but personally for me, just enjoying having this conversation with you, the catchphrases, like the bitch I'm trying to clean.
No, bitch I'm trying to clean is so funny. Because she was trying to, like, he literally, it's like, what are you doing here? And it's like, bitch, I'm trying to clean.
I'm trying to clean.
Like, he treats reading.
Yeah, and then when Lucian comes back and he's like, "Why did you do that?" It's like, "Bitch, I almost died."
The bitch almost died. Like, yeah. Like, I just, it's so funny to me. It's like they always ask her, like, they know so much about what she's done, and then they ask her stupid ass questions. And she was like, I'm human. What's wrong with you? I'm as fragile as a. I bet. The hell is wrong with you? I had to fight a worm. I killed it with bones. The bones of like cows. like, it's so funny to me. Like, because they're so smart. There's so many times where Tamlin and Lucian are like, she's trying to hide something. They're like, oh yeah, so the knife you've got, it's probably not sharpened. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Or whatever,
Oh, by the way, good luck killing us with a butter knife.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, foiled again.
Yeah, she's like, damn.
Rats.
It's always those fairies that get me. It's so yeah. Feyre, I like Feyre as a MC. And I'll tell you, I think my favorite part of the book is it's everything to do with the theme and style of the writing. Because, and we mentioned this very early on, this is a woman writing about a woman for women, which is not something we see in the media a lot, in social media, in movies, and television. And I really enjoy that. So much so that it's become a caricature in my like persona is this like, oh, you're doing girl shit now. Okay, cool. As long as I know you're doing girl shit, we're good. You're not just doing weird shit. You're doing girl shit. That's totally fine. Whatever. Why is that? Is that bad?
I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's necessarily bad. I will say that the caveat I will make to your argument is that things like this have existed for a long time, but they're just not very mainstream. And I think that what I really appreciate that's happening right now, while there's a lot of crap happening in our world and our timeline, we're in the silliest timeline. One of the things I do appreciate is the fact that things that are girl things are getting popular now, like for a good reason. Like they are more mainstream, they're more widely accepted now. Because it's not like books like this haven't existed. There are so many. Like, I mean, follow me for Rex. But there's so many good books that aren't
seriously do
it. That aren't even just like new books. But things like this have been around for a really long time. It's just that it hasn't been widely accepted by mainstream media as something that is quality.
Right.
And now we are having a moment like the Taylor Swift Eras Tour, Save the Economy. That with Beyonce. I mean, direct quote from the Fed chair. So
yeah. Listen, I'm not degrading anything. I'm merely excited and surprised by it, and happy about. Oh
yeah,
this is girl shit. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Going back on Taylor Swift, I may know a few of her songs. I don't know her fucking songs. I don't. But guess what? She's a weapon and she's a dog and people like her. So what am I supposed to say? Whatever. I can't hate on that chick. Why would I hate on that chick? She works hard. She's good at her job. Who cares? And so I'm glad I was introduced to this story right now in my life today, and this kind of writing, because it's just not super current and super fluid. I mean, the number one live entertainment vehicle currently in the world is every single Sunday between 1 p.m. and 11 p.m. at night. Like that is actually accurate. Like you go back and look at the numbers, it's carrying live television is football actually. So, and that's going back to dude stuff. That's a dude thing, and it's made for like dudes. And so,
and a lot of women love it. I'm not.
Girls can be dudes,
but a lot of women love it.
Girls can be dudes too. I'm not talking about sexual orientation. I'm talking about that personality. So yeah, I have had a ton of fun with this and working with you on it. And I think we're going to do, like I said, we're going to do tomorrow or soon, we'll put out a, what do you call it? A fan casting of 6, maybe 7 characters. May not do the sisters, but we could do the sisters. We'll see. And then after that, we'll jump into a court of, you know, I don't know. I was going to say bitches and hoes, but
Mist and Fury.
yeah, Miss and Fury. And so we'll get started on that. We'll be doing the first 4 chapters when we release that first one. So buckle up because it's going to be good times. And we'll see.
Right into it.
We'll
Right
see
into where we pick up. Just so you know, so what's to come. So if we do the first 4 chapters of this one, it's pretty much picks right up from the end of this.
Good.
So yeah, so we're right back into it, right back into all the things. Just a side note, this was published in 2015. Yeah. So it's been a decade since this came out. But still incredibly wildly popular. And the 6th book has not yet been released. So if you're following along with the journey, you can read all of these and get caught up. And then also, hopefully soonish, we'll have an announcement for when the 6th book will be released.
Yeah. And like I said, we've got other books that are on here. Project Hail Mary, the Murderbot Diary series. There are current content, movies and television that are coming out on those too. So if you'd like to follow along, you can. Also, once again, if you want to support the channel, you can follow along, buy the books, buy anything else on Amazon with those links. It helps the channel. And also join a membership. You might get some free stuff early. Just stay tuned to YouTube. You'll see the links.
If anything, they could, what, Luke? Like and subscribe.
Correct. That is a great way to stay locked in and engaged. I make up like 98% of the kitchen couch comments, but every once in a while, William will comment on some stuff, and you can kind of tell because he doesn't write like me. But regardless, I'm the one who's answering all the comments, so you're talking directly to me. And then the Smut Oracle herself will also comment on things that are deeper in the knowledge. So anyway, I think that's it for us. So till next time, later taters.
Bye.